What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another Read Aloud by Coach T. Today I'll be reading Arthur's TV Trouble by Mark Brown and Arthur Adventure. It all started while Arthur was watching the Bionic Bunny show.
Dogs love 'em, said the announcer. The amazing treat timer. Treat your pet to Treat Timer. Only $19.95. Treats may vary.
Batteries not included.
If you love your pet, get a Treat Timer.
Wow, said Arthur. Pal needs one of those. Arthur's eyes became big, and so did Pal's as he stuck out his tongue. DW's eyes raised with concern. What is going on, she wondered.
Ads for the Treat Timer were everywhere. Treat Timer, hey! Treat Timer, hey!
Now Arthur really wanted one. Treat Timer. Dogs love 'em. Arthur counted his money. DW helped. Even with all my birthday money, he said, I only have $10.03. I know what you're thinking, said DW. She ran to protect her cash register. You're not getting any of my money, Arthur. Arthur decided to ask Dad for an advance on his allowance. Gee, I love to help, said Dad, but my catering business is a little slow right now. Arthur knew Mom would understand. Money doesn't grow on trees, said Mother, and I think Pal likes trees from you, not a machine. On the way to school, Arthur was walking very slowly. What are you doing? Asked Buster. Looking for money, said Arthur. I want to buy Pal a treat timer. Those are very expensive, said Buster. You need a job. I need a miracle, said Arthur. At school, while everyone else took the spelling test, Arthur daydreamed about the treat timer. Mr. Ratburn asked Arthur to stay after school to take the test over. You need to get that silly look off of your face and get ready to take that spelling test, Arthur Reed. I'm not playing with you. Arthur took the long way home, so he could think of a good excuse for why he was late. Mr. Sipple was cleaning his garage. Hi, Arthur, he said. Every 50 years, I clean the place out. I could use a little help.
I could use a little money, said Arthur.
All these newspapers need to be recycled, said Mr. Sipple. I'll pay you 50 cents a stack to take them out to the curb. Great, said Arthur. I'll do it tomorrow. I won't be home until after dinner, said Mr. Sipple, but you can get started. Everything you need to do the job is here. I'm rich, thought Arthur. All of a sudden, Arthur was in a big hurry to get home. I've got a job, cried Arthur. Now I can buy a treat timer. Can I go to the mall with you? Asked DW. Sure, said Arthur. I wish you were rich all the time, said DW. You're much nicer. The next day, Arthur counted the stacks as he pulled them to the curb. 24. That makes 12 whole dollars, cried Arthur. I'll come back later to collect.
You look exhausted, said DW when Arthur got home. I don't want to see another newspaper for a long time, said Arthur.
Well then, don't look out the window, said DW. So that's what the string was for, said Arthur. I better hurry before Mr. Sipple gets home. Wait for me, said DW. You're in big trouble, said DW. You missed some over there. These stacks could be a lot neater. Are you using double knots? Nice work, said Mr. Sipple when he got home. Here's your $12. Thank you, sir, said Arthur. I helped, said DW. Don't I get something? You get a trip to the mall, remember? Said Arthur. The next morning, Arthur and his family were the first ones at the mall. Arthur put his money on the counter. One treat timer, please, he said. It looks bigger on TV, said Arthur when he saw the box. You assemble it, of course, said the salesperson. And remember, all sales are final. Arthur's hard work had now paid off, and he now had the treat timer that he greatly desired. You know, sometimes I just want to kick back and unwind. My catering business is not going as it's supposed to. And if it's not one thing, it's the next. Please help me. 5 hours later, the treat timer was assembled. You're going to love it, Pal, said Arthur. Pal sniffed it. Arthur turned it on. It clicked. Lights flashed. Treats shot out like rockets. Pow! Wow! Pal let out a loud bark and ran for cover. Turn it off, yelled Mother. I'm trying to, said Arthur, but I think it's broken. And remember, said DW, all sales are final. Arthur went to his room to be alone. I'm worried, said Mother. He's been up there for hours. I know how to get him out, said DW. It's 7 o'clock, she yelled up the stairs. The Bionic Bunny show is on. Seconds later, Arthur appeared. Sit down, said DW, so I can protect you from those nasty commercials. I don't need these, said Arthur. There's no way a TV ad will get my hard-earned money again. It's the magic disappearing box, said the announcer. Astound your friends, eliminate your enemies. The magic disappearing box from Kid Tricks. Said Arthur. Now this could be useful. What would you ever do with that? Asked DW. Oh, said Arthur. You might be surprised. The end.